Today I'm going to give you a complete locals guide to living in Snow Hill, Maryland. We are going to cover the top things to do, my favorite parks, the top rated schools, and go over some helpful stats about the area. Don't forget to check out the full article I wrote to go along with this video on livinginmaryland.com, the #1 resource for finding the perfect Maryland city that meets your unique needs. All right, so let's dive into Snow Hill. And no, it doesn't snow all year here. The name might sound chilly, but this town is full of warmth and small town charm. It's located in Worcester County, right along the Pocomoke River. And if you're looking for peaceful living close to nature and not too far from the beach, Snow Hill just might be your perfect match. First off, let's talk about the vibe. Snow Hill is one of those towns where everybody waves when they drive by. People know your name at the coffee shop, and you can walk down the street without a bunch of noise or traffic getting in your way. It's slow paced in the best way possible, and yeah, it's quiet, but never boring. Downtown Snow Hill is straight up cute with brick sidewalks, old buildings with colorful paint, and little shops that make you want to stop and explore. There's antique stores, art galleries, and even a tiny bookshop that feels like something out of a movie. And don't skip on stopping by the Daily Brew Coffee House. Their iced lattes are on point, and they always have some fun local snacks at the counter. Now, if you love art, Snow Hill has a surprise for you. It's actually a certified arts and entertainment district, and they've got monthly events, gallery shows, and a bunch of local artists who display their work all over town. There's even an annual plein air festival where artists paint outside and people can walk around and see them in action. It's super cool and adds a lot of color to the town. Let's talk nature now because this town is surrounded by it. You've got the Pocomoke River running right through the area, and that means kayaking, boating, and fishing are always an option. There's even a boat ramp right in town, so you can launch and paddle off into the cypress trees in like 5 minutes. And if you've never seen cypress knees sticking out of the water, you're in for a treat. They look kind of funky, but they make the river feel like something out of a nature documentary right outside town. You've got Pocomoke River State Park and the Nassawango Creek Preserve. Both places are perfect for hiking, biking, and just being out in the woods. The trails are super shady and peaceful, and the wildlife is everywhere. We're talking turtles, deer, foxes, and way too many birds for me to name. Okay, let's take a second to talk about the people. Snow Hill has just under 2,000 folks living here. So yeah, it's a small town, and that means you'll probably run into your neighbors at the grocery store or the farmer's market. And that's not a bad thing. It's the kind of place where you know who's baking pies for the next fundraiser, and you get invited to community events without even asking. Housing here is super affordable. The median home price is right around $180,000, and for that you can get a nice single family home with a yard and maybe even a porch swing. And if you're looking for something with historic charm, Snow Hill has a bunch of old houses with cool architecture and original details from back in the day. And guess what? You're only about 30 minutes from Ocean City, so if you want to hit the beach, grab some boardwalk fries, or just dip your toes in the ocean, you can do it all and still be home by dinner. Plus, you're close to Salisbury too. So bigger shopping and healthcare options are just a short drive away. Speaking of schools, Snow Hill is part of Worcester County Public Schools, which are highly rated. You've got Snow Hill Elementary, Middle, and High School all in town, and they're known for smaller class sizes, strong teachers, and good support for students. They've also got solid extracurriculars and sports, if that's your thing. Let's talk parks, because Snow Hill has some gems. Bird Park is right in town, and it's got walking trails, a playground, tennis courts, and even a boat ramp. There's always something going on there, from summer concerts to fall festivals, and it's got a nice little picnic area with river views. It's also one of those spots where you might end up feeding ducks without meaning to. It just happens. And you can't talk about Snow Hill without mentioning the Furnace-Town Historic Site. It's a cool little outdoor museum just outside of town that shows what life was like back in the 1800s. There's blacksmithing, weaving gardens, and even an old church tucked into the woods. And yeah, it's educational, but also just a fun spot to explore for an afternoon. Now, if you're into events, Snow Hill goes all out for stuff like the blessing of the combines every summer. That's when they bring out big farm equipment into the streets and turn it into a whole celebration with music vendors, food, and kids activities. There's also parades, craft fairs, and outdoor movie nights. And the best part is they're all within walking distance of downtown. As for local eats, there are some solid spots like Harvest Moon Tavern, which has awesome wood-fired pizza and a cozy little vibe. There's also the Blue Dog Cafe, which serves up breakfast and lunch with a little twist, and some really good crab dip. And if you like sweets, the Palette has amazing baked goods and fresh coffee. And yes, I'm speaking from personal experience because I've eaten way too many cookies there. And if you're working remote or just need good internet, Snow Hill's catching up fast. They've got fiber internet in more and more spots, and with remote jobs being more common, it's becoming a solid spot to live. and still work online. And honestly, having a Zoom meeting in the morning and then kayaking in the afternoon is a pretty sweet setup. Now, if you're looking for a place where people smile when they see you walking down the street and where nature is always just a few steps away, Snow Hill should be on your list. You've got history, art, nature, and a strong sense of community all in one place. And even though it's small, it has a big heart and a lot to offer. Don't forget to check out the full article I wrote for this area with additional links and resources on livinginmaryland.com, along with articles for hundreds of other Maryland cities. Our mission is to help you find the best city in Maryland that meets your unique needs. If you would like to have a conversation with one of our local real estate experts, just fill out the contact form below to get started.